Yeah, and welcome to PapastachePop. So this song is fun. I've been doing a few off this album. I'm going to start doing, when albums come out, maybe a few songs off the albums that, people like and that I like. And we'll have some fun. We'll learn chunks of tunes and albums all at once. Now, this song, you're going to need some strumming, so click that link below. That is a strum video that is not on YouTube, and it'll help you out with all this right hand stuff. The mystical right hand stuff, that's the biggest stumbling block. People get their chords, but then the rhythm, that's the hard part. So that video will help you check that one out. Again, it's not on YouTube. As for this song, pretty basic. Open position chords. Get our trusty friend the capo on the 5th fret, and we're good to go. So let's zoom in for a closer look. Check it out. All right, so check this out. We're going to put a capo on the 5th fret, and I'm going to call out the chords like they were in open position. So C add 9, D, E minor. Okay, now the progression itself is very consistent throughout the whole song with only a couple little tweaks. Now, one of the things we're going to do is we're basically going to keep our fingers down here, our ring and our pinky, down on the 3rd fret, or what would be the 3rd fret behind the capo of the B and E string. Now, we can keep it here when we go to the D, and then go to the E minor and keep our fingers rooted, or we can make it a little bit more of a pronounced chord and actually make a real D chord and then, okay? So it doesn't really matter. Either way, they both sound great. Now, we're going to do transition chords. So it's going to hang on a C add 9, and then transitioning to the E minor chord, it'll hit a D and then E minor. Now the transition between the E minor chord and the C add 9, I'm just going to hit open strings, A, D, G, and you can hit down to the B, and then back to the top. So let me play it through, and this would basically be the introduction or the chorus. Okay, so we got. All right, now once you get into the verse, you might have heard me, I'm just doing a down strum. Now I'll break down that strum pattern of the verse part. Let's do that first. Okay, so really slowly. I'm much better at showing than talking and trying to say it at the same time. So bear with me, I'll show it to you slow. Okay, so you might have noticed on the transition chord, I hit it on an upstroke. And then when I go into the E minor chord, I'm going to do an up, down. Okay, so we got. Okay, so I'm always going into those chords on an upstroke, and I go into our major chords, which are the C add 9 and the E minor on an up down, and then I start the. Okay, so that's basically the whole song, with a couple of exceptions, which would be the verse, where it just tailors down to basically in the first half of the verse, you just strum one of the chords. So it'd be like 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. That's a cool part it does in the verse if you want to do that. So when it goes to the E minor for the second time, you take off your pinky and you leave that E string open. And you just pick up E, B, G, D. Okay, then at that point it starts picking up to where you actually hit the transition chord. Here's the only difference. Okay, so the last line before the chorus is we're going to add a G chord. Okay? So we're going to go from G to D and then into the progression that we've been doing, which turns into the chorus. So let me show you that last line. Okay, so once we get to the E minor, and then it goes into the chorus. And that is basically the whole song in a nutshell. So remember, the last line before the transition into the chorus, you add the G, and that gets you into the chorus. And then there's one other part in the song where it does that, and it's basically coming out of the chorus where everything drops down. You know, it's got that country build up where it's ready, bam, like fireworks and explosions on the stage, right? It's basically they just play the last line before the chorus again, where you add the G, and then you go into another chorus, and you are done. All right, let's do a solo because we can. We got acoustic and electric. It's like the yin and yang lesson. Don't listen to me. I'm just babbling with coffee-infused psychosis. Okay, so we're going to start at the B string, 12th fret, and we're going to go up a half step. Now check this out. We're going to go. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend it up a half step on your first pick. Then you're going to pick it again and release it, and then slide down to the 8th fret. So we got, and then pick it again once you get there. So we got. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go from 10 to 8 on the B string, go up to the G9, and then come back 8 to 10 on the B. Okay, so we got. Now we're going to do a riff that's very similar. Okay, but we're only going to go to the 10th fret. So we got 12th fret, same thing. Pull off to 10th fret, and then hit it again. Now this riff is like basically like walking down a pentatonic scale backwards. So we're going to start, we're going to be the string. Be the string that you want to play. Now we're going to hit the 8th fret and the 10th fret. Then we're going to go to the G, and we're going to go 7 and 9. Then we're going to go up to the D, 7 and 9. And then we're going to end it off by going to the A string and go 7 to 10. So it's. Okay, one more time. Now keep in mind, there's different ways to play these riffs. You can play them in different spots on the neck, but it's the same note. So if you find a way that works better for you, by all means do it. Okay, so this next riff, you know, I started off by going to the 12th fret, or the 13th fret on the B, but I realized it's much easier for me just to jump straight down to this note right here, which is going to be the 8th fret on the E string. And I'm going to go. Okay, so I'm going to go 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12. Then I'm going to shift up positions, and I'm going to go 15, 12, 15. So that's 15B. Go to the E string 12, E string 15. I'm going to do that twice, so I'm going to go. Okay, so all together we got. Then I'm going to shift up. Okay, so that's going to be 17, 15, 17, 19. And then I'm going to bend up a half step. Okay? Okay, and the last little part is going to be another bend up. So we bend up a half step and release it. Okay, now the new section. Okay, so that's going to be bending up and releasing 19, half step on the E. 17, go to 20 on the B. And then I'm going to use my first and second finger to bend up the 15th or the 17th fret. Now you can make that same bend happen here, but I don't know, for some reason I like to do it on the E string. So we got. Okay, so that whole last part, slowly. Got lost there. It was too slow. I slowed it down too much. So. All right, so that's the whole solo in a nutshell. So work that up. You know what I do whenever I try to approach a new solo, and there's tons of software that do this, but I get some sort of software that slows stuff down. I like the Riff Station or Ultimate Slowdowner. I don't have any affiliation with these companies either, so. But it allows you to slow down the track. So you can slow it down to like half speed, you know, hear what all the notes are. The Riff Station I really like because you can really hone in on specific frequencies. You can do that with a slowdowner too, but it's more sweepable in the Riff Station, and it allows you to hear stuff better. So that's one approach, and then you can loop the section and play it over and over again until you get it up to speed, and then, you know, pretty soon you'll be playing freaking Ingve or whatever you choose to play. You know, it could be Brent Mason or any number of Van Halen, my favorite ever, all sorts of people, and it makes it accessible and easy for us mere mortals to be able to play along too. So check those out. Yes! Again, now don't forget the strum link below. That'll totally help you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support. The channel's growing like crazy. There's another channel over there too for all you electric enthusiasts and wanting to do solos and all sorts of stuff like that. Classic rock, metal, there's psychedelic rock. I think there's like a couple hundred videos over there too. So check that one out as well and let me know what you think. And then down below there is the strum link again, and then there's also a link to the website, which is papastache.com. So check that out as well. You guys are awesome. If you're liking what you're seeing, spread the word. Tell all your friends and post it on every form of social media that there is. I mean, I know a couple, but I think there's like 40 judging by the thing down below the share video. So if you know what those are, just carpet bomb them. Do them all. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.